Imagine a king defying the most powerful institution in the world. Imagine him shattering centuries of tradition, all for a personal desire. That king was Henry VIII of England, and his actions sent shockwaves through Europe, forever changing the course of history. Henry's break from the Roman Catholic Church wasn't just about religion, it was about power. He challenged the Pope's authority, declared himself head of the Church of England, and triggered a religious revolution. This monumental shift reshaped England's political and religious landscape, the effects of which are still felt today. Henry VIII, the second Tudor king, wasn't just a ruler, he was an icon. His larger-than-life persona and the dramatic events of his reign have left an indelible mark on history. He remains one of the most famous monarchs in English history, known for his 6 wives, his lavish court, and his ruthless ambition. Each of his marriages tells a story of political maneuvering, personal desire, and the relentless quest for a male heir. Henry's reign, spanning from 1509 to 1547, was a period of dramatic transformation. Under his rule, England saw significant changes in its religious landscape, political structure, and cultural life. He inherited a stable kingdom, but his desire for a male heir and his tumultuous love life plunged England into religious and political turmoil. His break from the Catholic Church and the establishment of the Church of England were driven by both personal and political motives. Henry was a king of contradictions, a devout Catholic who broke from Rome, a man who sought to reform the Church yet executed those who opposed him. His actions led to the dissolution of monasteries and the redistribution of their wealth, forever altering the religious landscape of England. A man of great learning who executed scholars, including his former friend and advisor, Sir Thomas More. Henry's court was a centre of Renaissance culture, yet it was also a place of intrigue and danger. A king who craved love yet ruled with an iron fist. His relationships were marked by passion and betrayal, and his decisions often had devastating consequences for those around him. Despite his flaws, Henry VIII's reign laid the foundations for modern England, shaping the nation's identity and its future. Every king needs an heir, a successor to secure the throne and continue the dynasty. For Henry VIII, this desire became an obsession that would define his reign and reshape England's destiny. Henry's first marriage to Catherine of Aragon produced a daughter, Mary. But a princess wasn't enough. Henry yearned for a son, a prince to secure the Tudor line. This deep-seated belief that England needed a king fueled his actions, leading him down a path of defiance, divorce, and ultimately a break with Rome. Catherine of Aragon, Henry's first queen, was a woman of strength and piety. But she couldn't give Henry what he craved most, a son. Their relationship strained, and Henry's eye fell upon Anne Boleyn, a woman of wit and ambition. Convinced that his marriage to Catherine was cursed, Henry sought an annulment. When the Pope refused, Henry took matters into his own hands. He defied the Catholic Church, declaring his marriage to Catherine invalid and marrying Anne in 1533. This act of defiance ignited the flames of the English Reformation. Section 5. 1534, a year of revolution, a king crowned supreme. The year 1534 marked a turning point in English history. It was a time of great upheaval and transformation, a period that would forever alter the course of the nation. The seeds of revolution were sown, and the landscape of power and religion was about to undergo a seismic shift. Henry VIII, a monarch known for his larger-than-life personality and unyielding determination, was at the heart of this transformation. Fueled by his desire for a male heir, and frustrated by the Pope's refusal to annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon, Henry took matters into his own hands. He orchestrated a series of parliamentary acts that would not only secure his legacy, but also change the religious landscape of England forever. The most significant of these acts was the Act of Supremacy, passed in 1534. This monumental piece of legislation declared Henry the supreme head of the Church of England, effectively severing ties with the Roman Catholic Church and the Pope. This bold move was not just a declaration of religious independence, it was a statement of absolute power and control. Following the Act of Supremacy, Henry initiated the dissolution of monasteries. These religious institutions, which had been centres of spiritual life and learning for centuries, were systematically dismantled. Their wealth, lands and treasures were seized by the crown, significantly increasing the royal coffers and diminishing the power of the church. The impact of Henry's reforms was profound and far-reaching. The dissolution of the monasteries not only altered the religious landscape, but also had significant social and economic consequences. The redistribution of monastic lands led to the rise of a new class of landowners, while the loss of the monastery's charitable functions left many of the poor and sick without support. This dramatic shift in power and wealth had lasting consequences for England, setting the stage for future conflicts and shaping the nation's history for centuries to come. Section 6. More than wives, the Reformation's impact. Henry's pursuit of an annulment and his break from Rome were only the beginning. His desire to marry Anne Boleyn set off a chain of events that would forever alter the course of English history. The Pope's refusal to annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon led Henry to take drastic measures, resulting in the establishment of the Church of England. The English Reformation was a period of immense upheaval, with far-reaching consequences that extended far beyond the king's marital woes. It was a time of great religious, political and social transformation. The Reformation challenged the authority of the Catholic Church and reshaped the religious landscape of England. It also led to significant changes in governance and the distribution of power. The newly established Church of England became a defining aspect of English identity. It marked a departure from the Catholic Church and introduced new religious practices and doctrines. The Church of England, under the leadership of the monarch, became a central institution in English society, influencing various aspects of daily life and governance. Religious life was transformed, with English replacing Latin in church services. This change made religious practices more accessible to the common people, who could now understand the services and participate more fully in their faith. The use of English in church services also helped to foster a sense of national identity and unity, and the Bible made available to the masses. The translation of the Bible into English and its widespread distribution allowed people to read and interpret the scriptures for themselves. This democratization of religious knowledge empowered individuals and encouraged a more personal and direct relationship with their faith. The dissolution of the monasteries, while enriching the crown, also led to social and economic changes. The closure of these religious institutions resulted in the redistribution of their wealth and lands, which had significant implications for the economy and social structure of England. Many people who had relied on the monasteries for support and employment were displaced, leading to increased social unrest and economic hardship for some. The Reformation wasn't just about religion, it was about the very fabric of English society. It brought about profound changes in the way people lived, worked and worshipped. The Reformation influenced art, literature and education, and its impact can still be felt in modern England. It was a pivotal moment in history that reshaped the nation and laid the foundation for future developments in English society and culture. Section 7. A legacy forged in power and upheaval. Henry VIII died in 1547, leaving behind a legacy as complex and contradictory as the king himself. He was a tyrant who executed those who defied him, yet also a patron of the arts and education. He broke from Rome, yet remained deeply religious. His quest for a male heir led to the English Reformation, a seismic shift that reshaped religion, politics, and society. Henry's actions reverberated through the ages, shaping the destiny of England and leaving an indelible mark on world history. Section 8. Your thoughts on history. Join the conversation. Henry VIII's story is a tapestry woven with ambition, love, ruthlessness, and faith. He was a king who dared to challenge the established order, a ruler who changed the course of history. What are your thoughts on Henry VIII's legacy? Was he a tyrant or a visionary? Share your perspectives and delve deeper into the fascinating and tumultuous world of the Tudors. History is a conversation, and your voice is a valuable part of it.